What's up, everybody? So, by the way, today I'm wearing a shirt that says, I have too many baseball cards, said nobody ever. my brother got me this shirt because he knows that I'm nuts. Today, we are talking about how I organize my baseball cards. I've done this video 2 other times. I think the last time I did it was back in 2019, so over 2 years ago. And I thought it would be fun to do another updated video on how I organize my collection. It's always kind of evolving, and people seem to think it's interesting. And hopefully I could give some advice to some new collectors, and maybe they take my recommendation and take the way that I organize my cards to their collection. So before I get into that, just wanted to give you guys a little bit of, I was thinking back about like how I organize my cards in like categories. And I thought back the first time I ever organized things in, categories, and I do it based on value, and I have all these different categories. The first time I ever did it was actually with He-Man characters. So just to explain, when I was younger, He-Man was like the biggest thing. And I had each one of my He-Man characters were in like categories. So I had 3 categories. I had the strongest He-Man characters were Great Greats. Then I had another category in my head that I called Good Goods. And then the lowest ranking characters were called Bloy Bloys. Those were like the weakest. And the funny thing is like He-Man and Man-at-Arms, like all the good characters were Bloy Bloys. And for some reason Skeletor and Hordak, the leader of the Horde, those were Bloy Bloys. And then characters like Beastman and Merman were Good Goods. And then these 2 were guys that were Great Greats, Spikor and Too Bad, which I love Too Bad. Too Bad was my favorite character growing up because like he would like punch himself in the face. And he was the strongest of the Great Greats. Like if anybody fought Too Bad, like if He-Man fought Too Bad, I would just take He-Man and just throw him against the wall, and he'd like, smash and just explode against the basement wall. Because it was a Bloy Bloy fighting a Great Great. So anyway, so that, I took those, categories and applied them to sports cards. It actually makes a lot of sense when especially when you're dealing with the value of sports cards, because you want to make sure that your best cards are protected and are in the best condition possible, because, if there's anything we've learned over the last couple of years is that having, really good cards in perfect condition means everything in terms of the value of the card. So anyway, let me show you guys how I categorize my cards, how I protect my cards, and I'll work my way from like the weakest, the Bloy Bloy cards, all the way up to my Great Great cards, all the way at the top. So let's go into that. All right, guys, so here is how I organize my cards. By the way, pay attention, because at the end of this, I'm going to be doing a quiz to see if you guys know which cards go in which categories. So pay attention. So first off, you got your commons, obviously, right, guys? So you have, and I've explained this in previous videos, you have your low-end commons and your high-end commons. And so with low-end commons, what you want to do is any cards that will never go up in value, like this 1990 Donruss Dave Stewart is never going to go up in value. So, and it's never going to graduate to the binder or a top loader status. Like that's really one of my favorite things to do looking through commons is seeing if I find any cards that are worthy of top load. Like if you could graduate from a commons box to a top loader, that's pretty incredible. So, but generally with like cards like this, like, these cards like 88, 89, 1990 Donruss, they're never going to go up in value. So I don't have to look through them that often. Although it is possible that Dave Clark, becomes a famous manager or something like that, and all of a sudden it's worthy to go into the binder. So I do look through these types of boxes. I know some of you guys just throw these cards out or give them away, but for me, one of the funnest parts about collecting is going through your commons and seeing if you find, a diamond in the rough. So anyway, on to the high-end commons. commons. I know I said commons. So high-end commons, these are more like your modern commons. So, you know, obviously, let's take oh, see, look, I got some wrestling cards here. So sure, you know, these cards recently have gone up a little bit in value. People are digging around for like non-baseball type stuff. And, but you can see here more wrestling stuff. But then you can see here, Ichiro. So these are more modern cards. And, you know, I don't go too crazy dividing between high end and low end, but it is good because then that way I might look through this box maybe every 6 months, whereas this low end, I'll probably look through it maybe once a year or once every 2 years. Because, you know, with modern, especially with Bowman cards, you know, you could have a prospect that was picked in the 5th round that goes on to be the next Tom Brady, Mike Trout. So that's why it's helpful to put your high-end commons in a separate sections. That way you're not wasting time looking through 1990 Don Russ cards. Next up, of course, is the binder. And this is a binder that I'm working on right now. And just to give you guys a sense of what I put into the binder. So you can see here, Chrome cards, Nick Lodolo, who's one of the top prospects. You got a Jason Kipnis foil, a couple of foil cards. There's the Brett Hitman Hart. So you can get a sense here. A lot of Bowman cards. Nolan Gorman's a top prospect. Kersted's a top prospect. So, you know, you get the sense. It doesn't have to be, for me, it doesn't have to be too valuable to make it into the binder, as you can see here. Usually refractors, things like that. Big stars like Aaron Judge, Scott Kingery rookie, Kingham, he's one of those cards that's like he's almost a common. So, but you get the sense here. I'm just kind of looking through Brian Reynolds rookie cards, Hampson rookie, Ty France, who had a nice start last year and then fizzled out. A couple of Canseco's, Garbage Pail Kids, why not? Shane Baz, who's one of the top prospects in baseball right now. For me, any card from 1980 or earlier, even if it's like a common like Dave Chalk, for me is good enough to make it into the binder. That has been my rule. 1980 or earlier, it's automatically binder status. There's a Miguel Sano. So you get the idea. These are all, you know, from that box of Stadium Club that I opened up recently. A lot of rookie cards. So, you know, and here's a bunch of Bowman cards against Shane Baz, one of the top prospects. And so, yeah, that's what, you know, that's what you're trying to do. And, you know, any Shohei Ohtani. There are certain superstars that, you know, will be binder status worthy regardless of if it's a Bowman paper for me. You know, everyone can kind of set their what they think, but generally speaking, you can get the idea. I mean, these are like 25-cent cards that, you know, if I were to ever sell these, I'd be like 25 cents a card, or, you know, 5 for $1, you know, those types of cards. I just like looking through them and, you know, keeping them protected, because you never know when, you know, one of these guys, you know, takes off. Kawhi Leonard, you know, patch, I don't know. So I recently opened up a box of Prism basketball, and I really didn't hit anything. And then my buddy Chris opened up a box of football and gave me some of his cards. So I took some of the better cards and put them into a binder there. So anyway, so you got the binder, and then for me, if a card I think is like in my mind is like a $2 card or more, they make their way into a top loader. So what I do is I put it in a penny sleeve and then put it in a top loader. I usually go with Ultra Pro top loaders. Highly recommend that. And then I usually go when I buy top loaders. You can see here women's shoes. This is obviously my wife's shoebox. I usually try to buy that in bulk when I buy top loaders. It just saves you a lot of money if you could just buy it just a bunch at once. That's usually what I do. So just to give you guys a sense of some cards that I have in top loaders, Zach Wilson rookie, why not? You know, I know he's a Jets quarterback, but Alex Kirilloff rookie. Let's see what else we got here. Jason Dominguez. Jason Dominguez prospect card. Sure, why not? Oswaldo Peraza. You know, these are two of the top Yankee prospects in baseball. Celestino. This probably made it because it was a shimmer. And then you see here Oswald Peraza. I think was this called Mega Box or something like that. Let's take a look at some more. Of course, all these are backwards. Bunch of basketball rookies: Devin Vassell, Walker. Actually, this is from the box that I opened recently. I opened the box, and I didn't think there was anything good in it, so I filmed it, but I never posted the video because I was like, I don't want anybody watching me. I don't want anybody wasting their time watching me go through a box of Prism where I don't know any of the players, and I didn't hit anything good. Max Fried rookie. Let's see, another Max Fried. This time it's Topps Chrome rookie. Ryan Mountcastle, ready for the show. We got a Cedric Mullins. He recently graduated to top loader status. I don't know. Topps Chrome rookie of Cedric Mullins. You know, he had a really good year last year. There's another Cedric Mullins. Let's see. Ohtani, second-year Cup. Let's see. Austin Riley. Jackie Robinson throwback card. Eddie Rosario. Had a nice playoff. Eddie Rosario. There's another Eddie Rosario. Bowman Chrome. Emerson Hancock, one of the top prospects. Another Brennan Davis, another top prospect in baseball. Grayson Rodriguez. Let's see, Babe Ruth Stadium Club. Derek Jeter Stadium Club. And a Juan Soto Refractor. This is actually a good card to land on because, so what I do is if a card that is top loaded that I think potentially could be a card that I'd want to send off for grading, it goes into another category, which is your sort of your gradable, potentially gradable cards. Now, right now, PSA, you guys know I'm pretty much stick to PSA. Right now, in order to get a card graded by PSA, it's $150 is the cheapest. And I refuse to pay $150 to get a card graded. So a lot of these cards are just sitting, and these are all potentially gradable cards if PSA goes back to a normal pricing again. Even if it was like $40 to $50, I'd probably really start to consider sending cards off for grading again. But at $150, I'm just not interested. So, anytime a Bowman first hitter, why not? There's another Bowman first. These are cards that I got recently. I joined a break for Parlay J. He does the couple of breaks, and I got the Twins, and I landed these two autographs, and then another auto that was a redemption. And then I got in on the Yankees and landed this Elijah Dunham. So these are cards that are definitely, to me, would be cards that I would normally send off for grading. Why not? It's a hitter. It's a Bowman first. You never know if they'll pan out. Mac Jones is having an awesome season with the Patriots. Let's see. This is a Nesmith Refractor. This was the only card in the Prism box that I opened that I thought was worthy of possibly, I'm not saying that's definitely gradable, but this is a Japan's Finest Ohtani and Ichiro. So this is an Ohtani rookie card, gold, number to 2018. So why not? I've seen these cards, get graded and sell for like over $100. So of course, why not? But of course, if I'm paying $100 to get it graded, I'm not gonna do that. So Andrew Vaughn first, Mike Trout, Austin Meadows. I don't know why Austin Meadows is in there. Yordan Alvarez. These are really borderline. Acuna. I probably wouldn't get that graded. Cabrian Hayes rookie, maybe. This is a Ryan Mountcastle pink. Yeah, that might be in the past, like when grading was, $15, $20 a piece, I might consider sending these off. But nowadays, obviously, it all depends on how much it costs to get a card graded. So then Joe Adele pink, Cabrian Hayes again, Derek Jeter, Sapphire card. I found this, Bruce Jenner. How awesome is that? That's just an awesome card. That might be one of those cards I just get graded just for the fun of it. And Byron Laura first. So those are examples of cards that are, I kind of put aside because I might want to get them graded at some point. All right, next category is, so these are cards that I am interested, actually are up for sale right now. And I'm pretty so I've always been against selling in the past, but over the last year, I've really changed my tune on getting cards, selling cards. For me, believe it or not, it's actually been kind of fun to sell a couple of cards. Like, and I've been saying, it's really easy. And by the way, if you guys would have any interest in seeing, you know, for me to go over the process of selling a card on eBay, let me know in the comments if you guys would be interested in that, because it is really easy to sell on eBay. It's like, I know that there's tons of fees and all that stuff, but you know, if anybody would be interested in like knowing the easy process of selling on eBay, I'd be happy to do a video on it. But anyway, when I sell cards, I'm usually pretty strategic about it. So Jock Peterson was, you know, recently won a World Series with the Atlanta Braves, so I put his card up. Corey Seager was a free agent. I know he recently signed with the Rangers, which is not good for the selling this card. But, you know, when he was a free agent, a lot of people will pay big money because they're like, oh, maybe he'll sign with my team. So I thought that was a good card to sell right now. Yordan Alvarez, a lot of people are talking about, he had a great year last year, so it might be a good time to sell his cards. Always looking to get rid of Astros cards. Carlos Correa, there's been talks about him signing with the Yankees, you know, potentially, or, you know, he's a free agent right now, so his cards might be a good time to sell a Carlos Correa card. Marcell Ozuna, speaking of guys that recently won a World Series. So what I also try to do here, a lot of people talk about this. I try to protect my slabs using these perfect fit sleeves. I've been using this gold cardboard gold perfect fit sleeves for PSA. So these seem to work pretty well. I know there's a lot of different versions of the perfect fit sleeves, but it's pretty easy. You know, you just, you know, they put, let's see if I can get this out. You put it right in the sleeve, and there's like a little piece of tape there and then you fold it over. Really does a nice job of protecting the slab. And that's starting to become a bigger thing now. People don't want to get scratched up slabs. You know, like, especially if I'm selling this card, I might want to put this in a perfect fit sleeve, so that way it doesn't get, especially when it gets in the mail, I'll usually put it in a perfect fit sleeve. And then, by the way, guys, if you ever sell a card, throw in an extra card. Like, people get excited about getting one, like an extra, even if it's like a, you know, $1 card, throw in an extra card with it. All right. Now, cards that are not for sale, or not for sale yet. So I have my like lower end slabs in here. So you got, you know, Derek Jeter, PSA 9, Shane Bieber, Ball at Waist, PSA 8. Got a DJ LeMahieu, PSA 9. Got an Aaron Judge rookie update, PSA 9. You got a Gleyber Torres Topps Chrome, PSA 10. So I put my sort of lower end slabs in here. And then if they are a little bit better slab, I have this really cool Zion case that I purchased at the National in Chicago this year. And you can see here, you could put a lock on it here. But it's really cool. You just pop it open by pressing this right here. And then you pop this open and voila, look at that. How cool is that? If you guys are interested in these Zion cases, I'll put a link below. But this is one of their cases. And so you can see here, this is like a step above what we have over here. So you have, you know, Mike Trout, PSA 10, you know, Freddie Freeman, Diamond, rookie, PSA 10, Roger Maris in a PSA 4, a JD Martinez, PSA 10, Mike Trout, 2012 Topps. So you get the idea. Chris Sale, X-Fractor. It's not always perfect, but I try to, you know, do my best to, you know, as cards move up the ladder, I move them up. And then next up is the Goliath case. Again, same company as this one, but this is the Goliath case that I got a couple of years ago. And you can see here, Too Bad is guarding it. Oh, falling apart here. And there you have it. And these are my like higher end slab cards. So, you know, you can see, for example, Frank Oberlin T206. You got the Roger Clemens PSA 10. You got the Aaron Judge rookie, PSA 10, Bob Gibson rookie. You have, Mattingly PSA 10. You got a Manny Ramirez PSA 10 Bowman. So those types of cards go in here. Just take a quicker look. You got a Willie Keeler, Don Mattingly, 55, the Koufax rookie, the Winfield PSA 9, Rube Waddell, Walter Payton. Look at that beautiful card there. 87 Topps Tiffany Maddox in a PSA 10. So you get the idea. Those are the cards that go into this awesome Goliath case. And then what I try to do here with these extra little pockets is I got my, what are these called? And then we have the SGC holders right here. So SGC holders go over here because they don't really fit nicely over here. And then I have my custom cards here. So really cool card savers, I guess that's what these are called, card savers. I know a lot of people say that you have to submit, when you're submitting, you have to do it in card savers. I just put them in top loaders and send them off. I've never had a problem. And then the last group of cards is the safety deposit box. Now, not everyone, people, you don't have to get a safety deposit box. I have about 20 to 25 cards that sit in a safety deposit box. Here is an example of a card that would go in a safety deposit box. The 2000 Bowman Chrome Tom Brady in a PSA 10. I like to have, so about 20 to 25 graded cards will fit in there. I like to put them in there just because in the event that something crazy happens, I know that I always have about 20 to 25 cards that are in my safety deposit box. And I could always get those. Although the bank, I think they think I'm crazy because I'm always there, like, taking cards out. I'm like putting cards in, I'm doing a video, taking cards out, putting them back in. So this is an example of a card that would go in the safety deposit box. One card that I haven't been able to, these oversized cards, I haven't really figured out like a good place to put oversized cards. I believe Zion, they make something where you could put like oversized cards in it. But right now I don't really have a good place for So if you guys have any suggestions in the comments, please let me know on the oversized cards. All right, guys, on to the quiz. Hopefully you guys learned something, and we'll see how well you do on the quiz. All right, guys, it is quiz time. So here are the categories. And there's one from each category: low-end common, high-end common, binder, top loader, and top loader gradable. So here are your options. You got a Nick Senzel refractor. You got the Child Baby Yoda rookie card. You got a Matt Olson Topps Chrome. You got a Michael Jordan with like a little dent here in the bottom left-hand corner. And then you have a Joey Meyer rated rookie. So I'm going to start off. Which card do you think is the low-end common? Which one? The answer is Joey Meyer rated rookie. All right, guys. Which one is the high-end common? Which one do you think it is? The answer is Matt Olson Topps Chrome. And I know some of you guys may have thought this was a binder card. Matt Olson's a really good player, but in my opinion, just not good enough to make it into the binder. Close, but not there. All right, and which one would go into the binder? Would it be the Senzel, the Baby Yoda, or the Michael Jordan? The answer is the Nick Senzel. And the reason why the Nick Senzel makes it to the binder is because it's a refractor. You can see it's refracting there. All right, and then which card would be the gradable card and which card would just go into a top loader? So obviously the Michael Jordan would go into a top loader because it's a Michael Jordan card. Like any Michael Jordan card should basically go into a top loader, at least in my opinion. But it's not going to get graded because it's got that ding there. And of course, the card that's going to get sent off for grading would be the Baby Yoda, because this card in a PSA 10 goes for $180. And so if I can get a PSA 10 and then sell it for almost $200, then it's worthy of getting graded. So moving on to the slab part of this. So we have which one is the low-end slab, which one would go into the Goliath case, and which one would go into the safety deposit box. So you have a 2018 Heritage Gleyber Torres and a PSA 10. You have a 52 Topps Mickey Mantle, and you have a 82 Topps Cal Ripken rookie and a PSA 9. So which card would go into the low-end slabs? The answer is the Gleyber Torres in a PSA 10, because apparently he's not that good. The the card that would go into the safety deposit box is... Just kidding. It's the Mickey Mantle, obviously. 52 Topps Mickey Mantle. And then this would go into the Goliath case. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Had some fun with this. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it too. I will talk to you later. Peace!